Hey there, hey. I don't know who needs to hear this, but how you can tell if someone's personal development is fake or real, or maybe just being brought on by a lot of people pleasing. This was actually discussed by psychologist Carl Jung, who said that people have to feel the full spectrum of their emotions. So not just positive emotions, but also negative emotions. Not by just being a beacon of light, but also going into their shadows as well. One way that you can tell is that people are able to express both positive and negative emotions. When you ask them how their day was, how their week was, how's life been treating them lately, and they're only discussing the positive things, you can tell that that person hasn't really got connected to their shadow. They're not really very aware of their blind spots, and they probably tend to lean towards a lot of people pleasing in their interactions with others. You can also tell if somebody has really gone through their shadow, if they are able to connect to that and bring into their experience the negative emotions, express those without a lot of charge still lingering. So when we first start to dive into our shadow, when we first start to dive into our negative emotions and re-experiencing things and realizing how those things are shaping our daily behavior, we will be able to connect with the emotions if we're in a safe body. So those emotional charges will be very strong in the beginning of reacclimating into that shadow, acclimating into those negative experiences and negative emotions that we've had throughout our life. You can tell if someone has spent a lot of time in that shadow, if they're able to talk about those experiences, talk about those emotions, and they're able to also add a silver lining to those stories. That will be an indicator of whether that person has been able to experience personal growth, or if they're just pretending, or if they are enacting personal growth. You can also tell if somebody is just always love and light and always just experiencing and expressing positive emotions. They're very likely not acclimated with emotional processing methods and techniques, and they are still suppressing any emotions that bring up a sense of discomfort for them. So that would be any depression, negativity, apathy, or anger. If that person is not able to show frustration and then communicate what they're going to do about that frustration, they likely haven't spent a lot of time looking at that emotion and processing that emotion. And if you're new here, I am a coach and a personal guide. I use many various tools from my experience, training, and expertise as a registered yoga teacher, a coach, and a Reiki master, as well as a sound practitioner. I bring a lot of tools into nervous system regulation, as well as emotional processing. So I help people to become in tune with their emotions, to process their emotions, and to utilize their emotions for their intended use within our lives. So if you are experiencing fear of looking at your shadow, if you are experiencing any kind of fear of looking at your past, I can help you look at that with a compassionate lens to develop the tools that you need to continue to process your emotions so they're not keeping you hostage in your present life. I do that through one-on-one mentorship as well as groups, so I hope to hear from you soon if this speaks to you.